Welcome to 52 Questions. I'm Shannon Weber, Director of Hive. Every year, Hive answers hundreds of questions from patients, their partners, and providers, and each week in 2018, we're bringing one of these frequently asked questions to you in video format. For this week's question, I have a special guest, Erin Baldwin from AEQUALIS, and this week's question is, can I be denied insurance coverage if I take PrEP? Thank you for being here, Erin.
Thank you very much, and thanks for having me. So the answer to your question is, unfortunately, yes. And there are certain types of insurance that need to be discussed, and there are some insurance products that might be more susceptible to a denial.
Okay.
So I would put out there life insurance, long-term disability insurance, and long-term care insurance. And the reason that you can be denied can be one of two things. One, you are electing to take a daily medication for an extended period of time. Because of that, there is still some concerns about what the long-term use of PrEP may be and what that would mean long-term, as far as that. Also, it can be your doctor or provider many individuals walk in and say, I'm high risk, because I have a positive partner or because I'm gay or whatever it may be. If your doctor codes you as high risk sexual behavior as an actual code, as opposed to saying, oh, well, this person's at a higher risk, that coding could definitely cause you to have a denial. So when you communicate with your doctor, you want to be really careful about saying, hey, I'm high risk sexual behavior, because they may code you, medically code you as high risk sexual behavior. And there are different codes for heterosexual, bisexual, and homosexual, as well as transgender. So there are codes for all of those individuals, but they all mean the same thing. And what it actually means is that you're out there having sex all the time, and that's not what you want to be communicating. Others may have an issue where, particularly amongst heterosexuals, you go out there and you tell your doctor, I want to have unprotected sex with my HIV positive husband. Depending on the doctor, who knows what they may write. So these are the things, and your medical records are always asked for as a part of the application process for these products. So, and it may not just be the use of PrEP, but if there are other things in your medical record as well, STI, history, cholesterol, blood pressure, it may not be just the PrEP. It may be a combination of several things, but the PrEP may be. And there are right now cases being handled for PrEP discrimination, where some providers are denying everyone that comes through their application process who is using PrEP.
When you say some providers, you're talking about insurance providers?
Carriers.
Carriers. Okay. So there's some cases where people who have been denied insurance coverage are pushing back?
Correct. So I am an expert witness on the Mutual of Omaha case for GLAD out of Boston. That case involves a doctor in his 50s who applied for long-term care insurance and was denied solely on the basis of his use of PrEP. So that case is moving forward now, but there are other cases out there as well, including other carriers such as Lincoln National, who have denied people coverage for the use of PrEP. So when you're looking for these products, you really want to work with an agent who is in a position to write a cover letter on your application and to write it in a way to make sure that you're going to have a greater chance of getting coverage than somebody who simply throws your medical record in with the application and then the underwriter is trying to figure out. Let me give you an example. I have two clients of mine who were denied twice, once by Mutual of Omaha, once by Lincoln National, before they were approved by New York Life, because many of these underwriters couldn't understand why two HIV negative men who were married would be on Truvada for PrEP.
Yeah, it's interesting because it feels like it flies in the face of common sense. You're taking actions that are preventative and healthy for yourself, and then you would be punished, it seems like, for it. So what I'm hearing from you, though, is that you want to work with somebody so an insurance agent who can help you navigate that system and explain how PrEP is a healthy or a prevention measure, that it's a healthy thing that you're doing for yourself so that you can get insurance coverage. And it does also sound to me like, in talking to you, that most people are getting their insurance. There are some cases of this discrimination happening. Is that true?
There is cases, and you'll see a write-up recently from the New York Times where I was mentioned in the article where both the state of California and the state of New York have launched investigations by their Department of Insurance to determine how much of this may be happening out there and what carriers. And if they do find carriers that are discriminating based on solely their use of the medication, then they may proceed to take action against the carrier within the state.
Interesting. So this is also something that's unfolding, and it may change.
Yeah, it may.
These efforts. Okay.
Here's the thing. Depending on where the carrier may be located, the underwriter who gets this information, like I said, may have difficulty in understanding why these people would want to do it. And without that agent cover letter saying, it could be extremely difficult. I can think of nobody, but let's say 2 parents who are bringing a child into this world who now feel that they need life insurance coverage. God forbid anything happened to either party, denied simply for taking PrEP.
Fascinating. Okay.
Yeah. Because that is one of those trigger times where somebody considers life insurance is upon the birth of a child.
Okay. On that note, which is not that bright and happy, I want to thank you for joining us this week and for answering the question. Have a great week.
All right. Thank you. Have a good day.